Off the sauce and I'm geeked up. Don't come with that weak stuff. Marshawn, I'm in beast mode. I'm a G nigga, live the G code. Off the sauce and I'm geeked up. Don't come with that weak stuff. Marshawn, I'm in beast mode. I'm a G nigga, live the G code. Nickelodeon, I'm all that.
Space City Brothers Podcast. I am your host, Henry Pendergrass, also known as Space City Tev. Alongside of me is my brethren in arms and co-captain of the ship.
Oh, I thought you were going to keep going. Space City Walt of the Space City Brothers.
And we are live from the home of the players.
We're not live. This is not live.
Who cares?
People
like when you say live.
No, you like when people say live. We're not live.
And we're home, and we're from the home of the players and pimps.
You just say
in the
launching.
Himalayas.
You got to stick to the space theme. Why do you keep forgetting this?
In the Himalayas. Hidden in the mist.
Why are you the way that you are?
I don't know.
Why?
I didn't have a dad.
Yeah, I'm not even going to address that. First of all, I'm going to try. I kind of want to just stop cussing so much. I don't feel like I accomplish anything anymore by cussing most of the time. So I'm going to work on scaling it back.
I don't really hear you cuss a whole lot, honestly. Maybe you just do it around me a lot, but I
mean, we don't use Xbox Live anymore, so I'm not just like talking to people.
You might throw out the explicit here and there.
Most of the time, I'm just like by myself doing stuff.
Shit, that nigga, that's welcome to your 30s. The fuck?
Which is kind of my preference.
Went from having everybody around you to nobody around you in a span of like 5 years.
Yeah, and then as soon as people ask me to do stuff is when I'm trying to do stuff. Yeah. And sometimes you just don't want to go to something or somewhere, and you just don't go, which is me all the time. Yeah. What is your biggest sports failure? I'll tell you mine. All right, so freshman year of high school, I was in the basketball period, which is like if you just wanted to play basketball, you put that on your schedule, and then every grade level has their own period. So like, the freshman is like the very last one. I guess the varsity was the very first one. We had block scheduling for the listeners. We had block scheduling.
Yeah, we had block scheduling.
So there were 8 periods, and you only went to 4 a day for an hour and a half at a time.
That was the worst.
It was great if you had like gym or like a sports period where y'all just like for basketball, if we weren't just being, run to our death that day.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we got to like just scrimmage or just open gym. It's like, oh yeah, you get to just hoop all you want for an hour and a half. But at the same time, if the coaches were upset at us for not getting something done, we were just running until we
puked,
almost threw up for an hour and a half, and it was awful, and I hated it. So
you can really look at those days like that had to be some kind of torture. I remember you had to do the Hurricane Mile. Not the Hurricane Mile. Hurricane Mile was bad.
The figure 8?
Nah, the one where you have to run to Vicksburg, touch the
that
had to be that couldn't have been saved, dog.
So garbage.
That could not have been saved, bro.
You just didn't see shit but trees. You didn't even know how close or far you were because that hole had like this big curve, so you were just looking at trees.
Bruh.
That shit was so wet.
Y'all on the road, or were y'all just running through like the fields and shit?
I think we were on the road.
Oh, so I had to go down that one straight over the bridge.
The bridge wasn't there.
Oh yeah,
it wasn't there. It was just a straight road, cause the toll road wasn't there then.
Oh yeah. You right.
So you just had to, but it curved, so you couldn't actually see the end. That shit was that shit was awful, and it would be like fucking critters and shit running on the side.
In the day, dog. That was like back when they had the churches there instead of the fucking McDonald's is there now. Don't ask me how.
No, the McDonald's was still there. It was just a McDonald's and the churches.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, it was both.
I always thought the gas station was there. Vicksburg Market, I think that's what they called it.
It was a churches and a McDonald's, and it was just only McDonald's. So what happened is that we used to do like a full court 3-man weave where you start from the baseline, the middleman throws it to. They want us to do left hand, so I would always be on the right, where you throw it to basically half court, and then whoever catches it at half court throws it to the person laying it up.
Yeah.
Where normally 3-man weave, it's like you just keep weaving, but you keep like it's basically like handoffs.
Yeah.
But we're doing like fucking outlet passes.
Yeah, that's not right.
And well, it's fine. But most of us weren't left-handed. So when they would be like, okay, right. So if we were doing left hand, we only had to make like 11 straight, and then we just go on to the next thing. If we were doing right hand, we had to do like 15 or 20 because most of us were right-handed. Thing is, we're all like, what, 13, 14 years old, so most of us are not actually that good at basketball. I was definitely terrible. And so it was one day, it was a Friday, and it was like, once we finished that, they was just gonna let us just hoop. And I was the person who had it at 14, so made number 14, come back down, and everybody cheered me on, just like cheer my name. I was like, yeah, Walter, let's go. And then I just remember either the pass was wider than I could handle, or it was higher than I could handle, but I caught it like further out than would have been ideal. So I tried to like kind of just bank it in. Missed that hoe. It is just a collective groan. Just one collective groan. They had to start all the way over. And I was so embarrassed.
How mad is that? How is that embarrassing for you? You should be mad at the nigga who threw it wide. Like, what the fuck?
Because nobody's going to remember who threw the pass. It's just me missing the layup.
Y'all groaning at me. Oh, nigga, that's a bad pass. The fuck?
Yeah, but nobody's gonna remember the pass. It's just me. And the thing is, people kept bringing it up. People kept bringing it up like over the years in high school.
Wow.
I don't even think it's that many. I think it was like 3 people. I know Cedric always brought it up every time I run into him. This dude named Jonte, he always brought it up. Like if I saw him at lunch like junior year, he's like, "Dog, bro, remember when you missed that?" He's
still thinking about that.
Like, fuck you, dog.
My biggest sports failure. Definitely state. That was a hard fought shit. Ooh, that took the cells out of me.
Yeah, because y'all played so weird that
we
game.
Were beating the shit out of them up until the second half, and they adjusted and they took advantage of Woody, and that was it. Once they started throwing over Woody's head to that big, they put the big 6'4" nigga on Woody's side.
You know what happened? What happened is that first drive where y'all got all the way
and then we
to the red zone and didn't score the touch. Y'all did some like weird lob. It was like y'all would just. It's like y'all.
I regret that shit. You know,
y'all were just acting so weird. Like usually it's just like we just play regular football, run it in, throw it in, boom, boom, boom. But we were doing like fucking lob passes and trying to trick play on the red zone.
I regret that shit to this day because I knew if they had put me in online, I would have got that nigga through the end zone.
And then
I wholeheartedly believe that shit.
Also, like they stuffed the run game. It was just
they couldn't get no push because all the niggas who they put on the line were Kwame was on the line. Kwame was like 220, 230, like 5'8", 5'9" at the most. Kwame was not a big nigga, but he was playing guard. And they put the two they put Kelvin on the fucking, I think he was a guard too. And we had the 2 white boys on the end. And then you know what it was? They took Kwame out and they put a sophomore in. And that nigga was getting his shit ran all night. Bro, he was getting his shit.
We couldn't get any yards on a run. It was like 2 at the most. It just kept getting stuffed at the line over and over and over and over.
Remember Big Mac?
Yeah.
God rest his soul. That his little brother was on the line. He was a young nigga, and they just stuffed him every time.
Like
they stuffed him.
They were basically like the same team as us, except
they were way bigger.
It's like all the positions were bigger.
They were a lot bigger.
Yeah, but they were the same. Like they were doing the exact same shit. It's just they were larger people.
Shit, I'm good though because them niggas built a brand new stadium. And they can't even use that bitch. They built that shit on the fault line or some wild shit like
what? Who?
The team that we played.
Allen.
I think that's what it was. They built a stadium on the fault line. That bitch was like $20 million.
Yep. I'm just gonna skip that. Fuck that. So I came across the fucking story.
What the fuck is
of ODB getting on Fantasy Remix? And
please explain that.
I'm just gonna read it. So This is a dude. Who is this? It's from Fake Shore Drive. Apparently, this is a Rooney. So he was working for Mariah. I'm not gonna just read it verbatim. I'm kind of paraphrase it. He reached out to ODB. ODB wanted $15,000 to rap on it. So
that's it.
At the time, that's definitely a lot of money. But for Mariah Carey, she was like, I don't care. He showed up.
It's not a lot of money for Mariah Carey, who's been out for a long time, and it's really lowballing for ODB, who has a #1 album, I think, at that time.
Nah, but it's just one verse.
Then again, it's the 90s.
So he showed up 3 hours late.
Of course.
When he got there, it was 10:30 at night. He had already been drinking, and he was on the phone when he walked in. He was screaming at a chick. The dude says, irate at some girl how he's gonna kill her, he's gonna kick her ass, and then whispering, I love you. Then screaming again. That went on for an hour. Then he came back and was like, oh, quote unquote, yo, pardon me, this bitch is driving me crazy. I need some Moet and Newports before we could get into this record. I said, it's 12:30 at night now, bro. I don't know where you're gonna get Moet from. He started yelling at the assistants, calling them white devils, saying, you white devils, y'all don't want black people to have shit.
This nigga's crazy for real.
They went out for an hour, and the only thing they could find was some Heinekens. He was so disgusted, he threw the bottle on the floor.
Wow.
At this point, Mariah had been calling every hour on the hour, wanting to see what's going on. Tommy pissed because Mariah keeping him up. So he finally got on the phone with ODB. They started to record. He said one line, me and Mariah go back like babies with pacifiers. Then paused, said, yo, I need to take a break. And went to sleep for 45 minutes. He woke up and was like, yo, let me hear what I did so far. We played this one line back. He sang another line or two, then slept for another hour. He would come up with a line, punch that in, go to sleep. He went to sleep 3 different times in the middle of trying to get that one verse done. If you listen to the record now, on his verse, you can hear that it's punched in pieces. He actually told the engineer, y'all better have your shit set and record it right, because I'm not doing it twice. It's still going. So they stayed in the studio to finish it, and he was sleeping in the studio when Tommy and Mariah called him, and they loved it. Tommy had this idea, let's get ODB back in the studio, and instead of just New York in the house, do a line for every city. I said, you got to be kidding. Of course, ODB wanted another $15,000. He came back to the studio a little more mellow and dead tired. He's sitting there picking food out of his teeth. He pulled a piece of food out of his mouth so big it was scary. I was like, how long did you walk around with that food in your mouth? Then he fell asleep on the couch, kicked one shoe off. His foot smelled so bad, we had to let him sleep and leave the control room. Eventually, we got other parts done, and that was that. I thought the story was over. I'm just reading it at this point. A week later, it was time to shoot a video. We reached out to him. He wanted another $15,000. No problem. So I sent a car to his house, and he drank every freaking thing in the limo, showed up at Rye Playland in New York, and went to his trailer. I asked him, do you need the stylist to buy clothes for you? He said, nah, this hip-hop. I'm just rocking some jeans and Timbs. That day, he was in his trailer, in and out of consciousness, when I said, we're getting ready to do a scene. He said, I don't got no clothes. How am I going to shoot a video if I ain't got nothing to wear?
You said, nigga, you just said you just gonna do it in Tim's and what the fuck are you talking?
It's still, it's
I was
not
fast
over.
on that nigga.
I started screaming at him. Tommy told us to take my corporate credit card to the mall. ODB disappeared for a minute. We found him in a store trying to buy Louis Vuitton luggage. He said, I'm going to use it for a scene. He came back to the set with all these bags of Tommy Hilfiger clothes and Timberlands. It was finally time for him to do his scene, and I promise you, he put on a pair of jeans and Timbs and said, I'm not going to wear a shirt. I don't need no clothes. I wanted to shoot him. He was like, I have an idea. I want to tie up the clown. Plus, Mariah turned him on to peach schnapps, which she used to always drink. He drank like 2 bottles of that. So between the hot sun and him drinking 2 bottles, what a disastrous day it was. The video was a real miracle, a real miracle. So ODB is just a terrible
dickhead, bro.
Just a dick. Why?
God rest his soul.
That's not even cool.
Fuck. This nigga say I caught him in the mall trying to buy Louis Vuitton luggage.
I'm gonna use this for
a scene. Bro, let's tally up what he just did. So basically, he just got $45,000 to take several hours to do one verse, and then on top of that, take several hours to do 2-3 lines a piece to say different cities. Okay, finesse guide. Then he got another $4,500, another $15,000. No, that's 30 right there.
No, he got 30. He got 30 to do all the parts of the song he did.
That's 30.
Then he got another 15. For the video
to do the video. Plus, on top of that, free clothes.
Yeah.
And this Tommy Hilfiger. This is not Tommy Hilfiger of the day. This Tommy Hilfiger back when nigga was high end exclusive type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not the resurgence of Tommy Hilfiger. This fresh. I cut the shit.
They literally asked him, "Do you need the stylist to buy clothes?" And he said, no. I'm just rocking jeans and Timbs. And then when it's ready to shoot, I don't got no clothes. Like, really, bro? Shoot.
Finesse guy.
I literally asked you. No, not even that. Because they asked him, "Do you want clothes? Do you want us to get you clothes?"
Nigga, bro.
And he says no. And he's like he was a toddler. This nigga was a toddler.
Man.
Oh my gosh.
A true through and through hood nigga, bro.
This doesn't.
He said he kicked off one shoe and his feet smell so bad.
That like
he has to leave the Stu Control studio.
The thing is, this enhances his legend, and this makes me like him less.
It kind of does,
cause it's like it's different if he just did stuff that didn't actually affect like somebody just trying to get work done.
I'm mad Mariah was just like all for it. She just didn't give a fuck as long as the shit got done. She didn't care at all. She
was like, "Get it done how you get it done."
I love this shit. Just let him have whatever.
And then on top of that, she's like, shit. "Oh yeah, I'm gonna give him more liquor."
Yeah, let's give him more liquor. Yeah, here's a peach schnapps. Give me two. Nigga said, "Give me." Oh man, what do you say? Some shit about? I don't know. I need a bottle of Moet and some Newports. What do you mean? What do you mean? It's 12:00 at night. Where is this nigga supposed to get liquor from?
No, that's after he took 3 hours to get started.
To get started.
No, that's after he showed her 3 hours late. Then was on the phone for an hour.
Argue with some girls talking about I love you. I'm gonna fucking kill you, bitch. I'm gonna fucking kill you. I love you. What? That's some New York shit for your ass, bro. Oh my god, just disgusting nigga, bro. Just nigga said me and Mariah go back like pacifiers. It just like, all right, I'm gonna need a break. What you mean? You gonna need a break? Nigga, you been on break since you got here. The fuck?
We haven't even gotten started.
Bro, that could only happen in New York around niggas who work for Mariah.
That can only be ODB and Mariah letting that shit. She easily could have been like, hey, put him on the phone. Get the shit done.
Get him off the track. I put fucking the RZA up here.
Yeah, I'll
get Method up here.
Let me get somebody who actually is going to utilize.
They wouldn't have been able to finesse like he got $45,000 out of her label, and he didn't have shit to show for it at the end. Probably he took that and spent that shit instantly, and free Louis luggage and some Tommy Hilfiger, a bunch of Tommy Hilfiger shit, and Tim's that he probably already had. He said, sure enough, when it got to the set, he was in blue jeans and Tim's, and he said, "I'm not gonna wear no shirt. I don't need no shirt. I don't need no clothes." While drinking 2 bottles of peach schnapps.
After he already drank all the liquor in the limo.
Bro.
Let me see if I can, let's see, he was wearing, I'm looking at the video, I'm trying to skip through it. He was wearing like a hockey jersey, a hoodie, a backpack.
What the fuck?
Let me see. I'm trying to find the scenes that he's in. Mariah riding roller coasters and shit, doing dance scenes in a Jeep. He's wearing a wig. Okay, there's one scene where he's wearing a wig, some Oakleys, and he's shirtless.
Did he at least have the Louis luggage in the shit at all?
I don't see it. Then there's another scene where he's wearing like a hoodie and some way oversized jeans. Golly,
that's the 90s.
I don't see luggage anywhere.
So this nigga's got a free set of Louis luggage.
There's another scene where he's wearing like a yellow jersey. I'm not sure if this is a Bel Air Academy. Let me see. It says School of something. He's wearing like a yellow jersey, a hat, and some headphones. Oh, it says School of Hard Knocks. Why is he wearing like Walkman headphones?
Because why the fuck not?
I didn't see no shit about looking shit anywhere. They might have just cut all that shit out. On the cool. They might just cut that shit out. Oh man. Wow. Oh yeah, he did tie up the clown. What sense does that make for that to even be an artistic? That's so kind. I know. I think Kanye heard this story and was like, "I'm doing that shit from now on."
I'm just tying people up. Just gonna constantly get tied up and everything.
No, just being childish like me, where you hear somebody do something ridiculous and you're like, you know what? I'm doing that.
I'm doing that forever.
whatever over the top of necessary thing is my thing.
It's not even a front. That's just him.
But that's just ODB.
That's just him.
That's not even a choice. It's just like
God.
It's MO.
That's just him. You can't even be mad at the nigga. You knew what you was
no,
getting
I'm very
into.
upset.
you knew you was getting ODB on the song.
That song is almost 20 years old, and I'm upset.
Still an amazing song.
This song is great.
Yeah.
Well, it was a summer. Yeah, I think it was a summer that I was hearing that on the radio for whatever reason. I think it was like when what was that? The Beat had first started, and they were playing like older hip hop songs and shit.
Yeah. When they can only get the license for old joints.
Yeah, and I was listening to that station when it had first started. Like it was that and the Honey remix that had came on like 3 days in a row of me listening to it.
Yeah,
and so I was just listening to fucking Fantasy all the time.
Oh my god.
Hey, I want to start a service where if somebody wants like an escape call from like a date, like a Tinder date, and they want an escape call, they can just give me like $10 and I'll just make it. But I'll make it like more authentic. I won't just be sitting in the call center. Like wherever I'm at, I'll just make the call at the time that they schedule. So like if I'm at the gym, I'll just have an alert on my watch or my phone. And then call them and be like, "Hey, where you at? I thought we were supposed to be hooping. I'm already up here." I'll just like, or I'll like go next to somebody who's like lifting, be like, "Hey, can you just grunt really loud and slam the weights? I'm trying to make this call." Like, bro, I'm at the gym. You're supposed to be. You told me you was gonna be here in 30 minutes.
That's not a good enough reason to leave a date.
I don't know.
It's not a good enough reason to leave.
Hey, this is only a starter, bro. It's not ironed out. I'll be like,
I got a car accident or some shit.
See now that's me having to do actual work.
I mean, well, no, it's not. You're not gonna be able to hear you on the phone. You can literally just call and be like, "This is your Tinder call." Stand
on the side of Highway 6, be like, no. But the thing is, I'll have to be loud enough where the person like sitting across from them can hear it, and they're like, "What the hell is going on?"
Then you get like the little booth, the little 3-point panel and shit, and you just be on your mic like, "Hey, where you at? Oh, look, man, I done broke down in the middle of the street. Yeah, I need you to come right now. You need me to come right now? I need you to come right now." Just have like soundtrack going, the car is going, asshole, beep, beep, beep. And then they could be like, "Yeah, that's gonna be," you text message them, this is your complimentary receipt.
Say that shit like
invoice
24 hours later.
Yeah.
I'll have to hammer that out.
How would you like your receipt? how you gonna make the
email
payment?
or text?
Yeah.
Shit. I've been playing Red Dead. I've discovered that I do not handle ambushes well in that game at all.
There's not like the old game where like you get ambushed, you just pop, because you can't just pop into to Deadeye no more. You have to actually pull your gun, then go into Deadeye. And that's the most infuriating thing.
I've used Deadeye so little in that game just because I don't understand how to use it.
I thought that was the whole point of it being called Red Dead. Like Red Dead Redemption was the Deadeye in it. I was like,
I mean, I used it in the first
all
one
the time, yeah.
But in this one, I've almost never used it. I be trying to use it, but I just don't understand how the mechanism works. So I just don't use it.
It's like the old one.
And then a lot of times when I get ambushed, I'm just like, I just zoned out because I'm on the way to something. And then it's like, oh shit, I'm being shot at by 8 people. And then my horse runs into a rock and flips over. Or my horse runs into their horse and it flips over. So I'm on the ground and shit. I've not been
mechanics in that whole horror. They're not horrible, but they're not as good as like
I feel like it's
GTA.
Stiff.
It's kind of stiff and it's kind of sluggish too. Like it's kind of hard to, even when I'm like aiming whatever. Like I got jumped by some wolves, right? And I'm trying to shoot him in the face, and I could not hit these niggas in the face. Like every time I throw it at him, either the horse will move and I'm fucked. Like he'll move to the left or some shit,
Yeah,
and I'm just like, he won't adjust fast enough.
You know what? We might need to turn the sensitivity.
It probably is.
It probably the sensitivity. And then like that, and then the fucking repeater carbon. It's like you have to press to crank it. So it's like shoot, crank, shoot, crank.
Oh,
shoot.
I don't even use that gun. Fuck that.
And then even with the like, I like the pump action shotgun, but you have to press to pump it. So it's like shoot, pump. So it's like I'm just hammering the trigger.
Oh yeah.
Like you have to manually.
There's no just holding the trigger down and just
or it's not like he automatically does it. Like you are pressing for him to do it.
I guess it's that immersion shit, but it's still a pretty fun game. Like I've gotten so far away from the main story. Now I'm just doing shit in the world. Like,
and then I haven't
running
like
into people
that,
and shit.
I got attacked by the bear. not the mission where you go hunt one, but like I was walking through somewhere on the horse, and then a dude was like, "Hey, I'm tracking something," and I was like, "Well, let me see what I track it."
Oh,
and then,
yeah.
Like you go around the rock, like you're just following it, and then you go around the rock, and it's a bear. It's just thrashing you. That was when I was on the last episode. That's when I got attacked by a bear. And the thing is, I tried to it's like you do the scene where you escape, and then the bear's in front of you. So I'm trying to shoot it in the face, and I have all the fucking lasso.
I know you talking about the dude who's like a little bald headed guy. He's like in a fur coat or some shit.
I don't even remember, but it was like he's just in the forest, like, "Ooh, I'm tracking this big animal." And
I shot that nigga in the face, like as soon as I guess he was far enough away, and I saw him.
No, I didn't see it. I just went around the rock. It's like, oh shit, it's a bear.
I saw that nigga, and the bear, like, he was a good 50 yards away. Like, so he just takes off towards me. I just aimed down the sight, shoot him in the face.
See,
I just like, oh.
See, I didn't see the bear. I just saw the rock. I was looking at the path.
Yeah.
And then I round the rock following the path, and then I get attacked by the bear. And then it's like, okay, it's doing the motion where you got to tap to escape, and he lets me go.
Yeah.
And shit. It's like, okay, there's a bear in front of me now, but I have the lasso out for some reason. So I'm throwing the lasso at a fucking bear, and that just kills me.
Bro, the animals in this game are vicious. I never used to get killed by animals. Bro, I didn't been murdered by wolves. I got murdered by a crocodile.
You get killed a lot.
Yeah.
In like the first half of Red Dead Redemption. Before you understand that, like, there's like the most minimal sound cue in Red Dead Redemption. Once you get used to playing the game, and you're in like, once you get through like a third of the game, it's like, okay, I understand that these areas have cougars or wolves that will ambush me, and at the worst, your horse might get killed. In this hole, I haven't been, but in this hole, it's like, but I haven't seen cougars or anything. I did run into a pack of wolves, but I just sniped them.
Bro, the wolves.
I sniped the whole pack. It was a pack of 4. I shot 3 of them, and then the last one was going to try to attack me. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Nah, nigga, this is what happened to me. So we're walking through the forest, right? It's me and the horse. And the horse gets spooks, right? And I'm trying to get this nigga to go, but he won't go. I'm trying to get out of there. He will not run. He bucks me. And I'm surrounded.
Because did you soothe them? You have to soothe them.
I tried to. I was just trying to get the fuck out of there. I didn't want these wolves to kill me. So he nigga bucks me, right? So I'm on the ground, and I pop one. Boom, he dead. Pop the other one. Boom, he dead. The two of them, they do that little square up thing, like, because the AI knows how to flank you now. It's so terrifying. So the wolves flanked me. So one came from one side, the other one came from the other side. So I'm trying to focus on shooting this one. He dodged all my shots. Oh, it just comes out of nowhere, rips my neck apart. I was just like, you motherfucker. God damn, I was like, fuck. And then crocodiles, bro.
I haven't seen any.
They in the swamp.
I only went to the swamp for like the one little
the lady.
Yeah, I only went to that, and then I went back to doing the mission.
Yeah, the swamp is terrifying.
I wasn't in there that long.
Don't go into the swamp at night. It's terrifying at night.
I did walk through it, and I was seeing like a bunch of like ripples like moving around the water, so I just started pumping shotgun. I just started shooting shotgun blasts until I finished crossing. I was like, y'all not gonna get me, bro, right now.
I got into it with the police in Saint Denis, and the nigga started running, right? So I run it, and I had to go through the bayou. I had to go through the little river, and it didn't cross my mind that there would be crocodiles in the river. Them niggas was biting the shit out of me, dog. And nigga, I finally got to the other side of the shore. I had to cross another puddle. And so I get bit again. So this time the nigga just loses. He just starts shooting. I just started shooting in the water. So,
Yeah,
I just shoot crocodiles from now on. I just shoot them and make them go.
I was not.
I don't even want to fight with them.
I was not.
Them niggas is like one. I remember I accidentally ran into one and killed me instantly.
I was not trying to get snatched by a crocodile,
bro.
Before I knew what the fuck was going on.
The shit out of you.
Yes, that they do. They snatch your yank your hand. Did you see the video of the teacher that swung on a student?
That shit was hilarious.
That shit was infuriating because it's like that was in what I think that was in like Los Angeles or something.
Probably.
And it's like this kid who who's definitely not well, not definitely not, but he's not, just flat out African American and keeps calling him nigga.
He definitely wasn't black at all.
So he might have he might be
Asian.
Well, he might be it's California, so he might have been, Latinx or Afro Latinx.
No, he didn't look Afro Latinx at all.
But yeah, he could have. I mean, he was brown skin. He wasn't pale.
He was brown. Just because he's brown, niggas. He didn't look like us. He definitely looked like you.
Okay, but a dude who's black and Latin.
Are you talking about the teacher or are you talking about
student?
Oh,
I'm talking about the student because the student kept yelling nigga.
I don't think he was.
But you know how that goes. And then it's like,
what was the whole thing about? I didn't really catch. I just saw the fight.
I have not read anything. From what I heard is that he told the kid that he couldn't be in the class because he didn't have on the right uniform or something.
Oh.
And whatever happened, it escalated, and then the teacher escalated. The student escalated it, then the teacher escalated it, and he swung on the student.
But the student hit him with a ball, so
which I understand the teacher wanting to do, because I definitely would have punched him. One, he didn't even get a good hit in, and two,
still kind of rocked. Oh no, he dodged that shit.
And two, then like another student was like attacked the teacher also. It's like, man, this
nigga's on edge already.
So both of them. Here's the thing: there's no right in this situation at all. Both of them were definitely in the wrong.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean,
I wonder how it's like, about to change.
It's wrong. Like it was wrong, but I also understand.
Oh,
which is why because I wouldn't even give him a chance. I wouldn't even like try to throw a haymaker. I would have walked up close to him and uppercut him first. I would have bus.
You going to jail now?
Yeah, I would have bus driver uppercutted his ass. Like he wouldn't even knew I was about to hit him. He wouldn't even known I was going to hit him. I was just.
That video was terrible.
I just punched him in the throat and let
He tried. He got him on him. He got on.
See, he was trying to haymaker him. He wasn't really. He
definitely threw that shit. That punch was slow.
He definitely wasn't in like a control form.
He definitely not finna connect that shit.
He was swinging out of anger and not.
So you wanted
not out of just
If you're gonna throw a punch,
throw a good one.
Throw a good one. Straight jab right down the middle. Pow. Hit him right in the shit.
Yeah.
But unless your punches is too slow, then you just, I don't know. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, but then you got to get up close so he can't see it.
He kind of was. His reach was, he was out of reach like a motherfucker.
Yeah, see, if you're going to hit somebody's child, then you got to do it with good technique.
Yeah, if you're going to hit somebody's child, then.
Also, what a shitty kid. Fuck him.
I mean, all these kids are shitty.
That's
why I couldn't be a teacher. I thought about being a teacher, but I ain't gonna. Kid's gonna start talking about me. I'm gonna start talking about the kid.
There's always that one kid just unnecessary for no reason.
He got a bad home life.
All right, well, you better learn how to cope, motherfucker. What the fuck? That's part of why I won't become. That's part of why I haven't bothered to become like a shooting coach or something, because I don't want to deal with kids in their home life shit, because I'm gonna knock somebody out. I'm gonna fight somebody's child.
You gonna do something difficult? Do
something difficult? You better suck
that shit up.
You better read a book on emotional intelligence, motherfucker, because I'm not having that shit.
Walk the opposite of the fucking Coach Carter's and shit.
It's like
Coach Carter's out here trying to help kids.
It's like I want to help them, but also I don't have the time.
Doesn't have the time on the emotional,
not have the patience for
the patience or anything like that to actually care for this kid who's going through some traumatic, and it's just, nigga,
don't bring that shit over here.
Yeah, keep that shit at home. Go Learn to shoot something. Join a gang like everybody else.
You better take that anger out on learning how to shoot these elbow jumpers, nigga.
Yeah. Put it in the fighting.
You better learn how to. You better put that anger in the boxing out. Goddamn it.
Oh my god.
Bad Boys 3 has been confirmed. My greatest fear.
Fear? I thought you'd be.
We've discussed this before. I don't want Bad Boys 3. That's just nostalgia. They're both older. Martin Lawrence is much fatter than Bad Boys 2.
You act like this movie gonna come out tomorrow. These niggas definitely gonna get in the shape for the movie.
I just don't feel like seeing fat Martin Lawrence.
He's
in
not gonna be
movie.
fat Martin Lawrence, and even if he is, he's probably gonna be like a desk chief or some shit like that.
Like in Bad Boys 2, he was looking way more rounder in the face. Then go watch Bad Boys, then watch Bad Boys 2. Right?
I mean, what Bad Boys was made in like 1998 maybe.
Bruh, go watch Bad Boys, then go watch Bad Boys 2. Martin Lawrence.
Look at that gap of time.
Martin Lawrence was looking like fucking just straight round face, round neck and shit. Martin Lawrence was on Martin Lawrence had full baby weight going on and shit.
Wow, Martin Lawrence got so many cop movies. He had Top Flight Security. I think this was called Top Flight
National Security.
National Security. Then he had the
Blue Streak, and Bad Boys, and Bad Boys 2.
Bad Boys 2. Fucking what else?
I think that's it.
There's probably other movies I'm just not thinking of.
Because what's the worst that could happen? I think it was like a thief or a con man. That's just
what's the worst that can happen?
It's just those four.
Wasn't he a cop in that one? He played a cop.
I don't think so. I don't remember. He had like stole Danny DeVito's ring, or Danny DeVito stole his ring or some shit.
Yeah, Danny DeVito stole his ring and he tried to get it back.
I think he was being a con man. That just comes from the 70s and 80s. You know, like Eddie Murphy made what, like 6 cop movies.
Let's see.
Because he made the 348 Hours, and then he made the 3 Beverly Hills Cops.
Okay, you're right. So that's a lot.
Yeah, the buddy cop thing is pretty pretty standard movie scenario. Yeah. And then you got the Lethal Weapons. And there's 4 of them hoes. What else?
Was OJ in the last 2? After he had this whole.
I'd never watched the Lethal Weapons.
Me neither.
Yeah, the buddy cop shit is pretty standard. Yeah, I don't want it. I'm gonna see it. I just don't want it.
I'm gonna watch it. I can't wait for it.
That was supposed to come out 2020, I think.
Ooh, shit, that's a long time. Well, not
really.
They
got to shoot it and edit it.
I don't think Michael Bay's not directing this one, so it's not gonna be over the top. Then it's gonna
suck.
It's not gonna be over the top action.
Then it's gonna suck. That was the thing about Bad Boys. Like, it was so unnecessary.
Remember the Klanman scene? Oh, that scene was amazing.
It was all like Bad Boys was so unnecessary. How many? That's Martin Lawrence complained in the movie. He's like, "You trying to set the records for gunfights in a week?" Like, this shit was all the shootouts were so unnecessary. But I love watching them,
bro.
I didn't even know Michael Bay made it until like 3 years ago.
Yeah, he made it. That's why shit was just so over the top.
I didn't find out till last year that Michael Bay made Bad Boys. So I was like, that's why I love this movie, because it's just stupid, it's just absurd amount of action
and explosions. Like, I think almost every scene had an explosion.
At least not every scene, but every 20 minutes there was a gunfight.
A gunfight or an explosion.
Some sort of action.
A gunfight ended in an explosion.
Like, there's my favorite part of Bad Boys 2 was the beginning, the shootout with the Klan, the freeway chase. That shit was so dope. And then the end when they're in Cuba.
I hated the end. I thought that.
I loved the end because it's
like
was
stupid.
Because they basically just ambush his house and just murder everyone.
Everybody, and blow up
just
shit.
Kill everyone. They blew up a guard tower with an RPG.
Nigga, they blew up a bunch of guards with a fucking remote control.
You with an RC car like Call of Duty.
Nigga, it was so weird because them niggas was just around. Like, you expect me to believe that this RC car that just pops up on your compound, you just gonna play with it? Like, no one's gonna be like, we shouldn't go fuck with this random RC car.
I mean,
niggas was like kicking it and flipping it up and down.
No, they were playing soccer.
They were playing soccer,
and then they rolled it in, and they were like, "What is this?" And then they kept rolling it, and then they like did a move to like make it flip up, so they could, I guess, to see if everybody was paying attention. Then they blew. They didn't touch it. They were just like, "Whoa, what the hell is this?" And then blew that shit up on them. That shit up on them. Emerge out of a hole, blow up a guard tower, blast RPGs, come out of that, start shooting up the house.
Oh, what if?
Shot the guard. One dude freaking fucking butt stroked his grandmother. Yeah,
his mom.
She had a double barrel shotgun. She's like, my son
shit.
My son's gonna turn you to chorizo. He's like, sorry, mama.
Hit that bitch.
It knocks her out.
Yo, what if this new?
Then they blew up his house. Remember, he's like, "There's a housewarming present."
He had just built and shit.
That house was still under construction. He was standing in front of y'all. Oh my god! With a Uzi and shit. God. And then they were on the chase. My favorite part is when they drove through his house in the Hummer, and he's like, "Plan B did not have that big ass gun in it." And then it's like the dude, and then they was like, they drove through like the cocaine shack, and it's like, is this still being believed? No, this is definitely Plan C.
Nigga just blowing up favela shacks and
this shit was
crash.
That was such a good movie.
It was a good action flick.
That movie is so great. That's one of my top 5. Yeah. I can watch that anytime.
That shit was amazing.
I like it much better than Bad Boys. Yeah. I think Michael Bay was really just like,
Bad Boys was more like, it was a more serious buddy cop film.
Yeah, Bad Boys had so much going, like, Bad Boys had so much going on. It's like, why are they in the shootout here? Like, why are they shooting here?
Right. Bad Boys 2 is, why the fuck not? Fuck you.
Yeah, Bad Boys 2 just immediately started with some shit.
Yeah.
Bad Boys was like, dang,
Bad
Boys was like, dang, they shot like his friend, and then they shot like one of his informants who was like fucking and shit. And then it was like, oh, Martin Lawrence is having marital problems and shit. It's like, oh my gosh, like, it's too much sympathy. It was too much sympathy in Bad Boys. Bad Boys 2 was like, oh no, we just in some shit.
Blow shit up. This is what y'all came to see, the gunfights, nigga. This is what we here for.
Freeway chase. They're dumping cars off the back of this truck.
Dumping cars, dumping dead bodies out of the fucking thing.
Oh shit, man, that freeway chase was the shit.
Bro, I'm telling you, dog.
It's like, you see that shit? It's like, they dumping cars. The cars are flying all over here. How I'm not gonna see that
shit? That's how you shoot.
Then Martin Lawrence like shot up his dash. He was like, "What are you doing? Pay attention. Shoot the gun outside the car."
Oh man.
That is like 30,000. Suck my dick. It's like, Captain, can we get is there a possible reimbursement for vehicle damage? It's like, the department doesn't reimburse damages to personal vehicles. That's why we drive police cars.
It's kind of funny. That shit was funny. I wonder if the next story is gonna have the little girl come back. Remember the little girl from his daughter? Maybe she'll make a return.
What daughter?
He had a daughter. Remember?
And Bad Boys 2?
Yeah, he had a daughter.
No.
He did have a daughter. His daughter was a little chubby girl.
You mean Martin Lawrence's?
No. The bad guy's daughter.
Oh, the bad guy's daughter. Oh, fuck, what was his name? Johnny Tapia?
Yeah.
Nah, you got to do something new.
What? I'd love to bring that shit back.
Nah, you gotta do something.
It'd be a great callback to the old episode.
Nah, this ain't fucking Kill Bill, nigga.
I went on Kill Bill 3. Fuck Bad Boys 2.
Hell no, they're not making Kill Bill 3.
They talking about, hell no, old boy talking about doing it.
Nah.
It's coming up on the time he's supposed to do it.
Nah, it's not making Kill Bill 3.
I want to see Kill Bill
fucking 3. Uma Thurman just straight beefing with Quentin Tarantino and shit.
Shut the fuck up. You the reason why you go to Comic-Con right now and get paid, nigga.
She talk about she will flat out shoot Harvey Weinstein in the face. And she had to just, no, that shit is not getting made.
Bro, that shit gonna get made,
and
bro.
Then they got Me Too'd with the fucking convertible shit.
What convertible shit?
The convertible scene from Kill Bill 2 where she's like driving on the way to Bill. The vehicle was like barely holding up, and then he wanted her to drive on a road so that instead of using a fan so they could get like the actual effect of her hair blowing. but like the vehicle was barely holding up, and then he had it driving on a dirt road instead of a paved road. And then like there's video, you can find a video of one of the cameras where like the car crashes
with her in it.
Yeah, because that hoe was barely functioning.
Wow. Quentin Tarantino, fuck nigga, bro.
Yeah. I don't think Kill Bill Volume 3 is getting made. No,
I hope it gets
I'm
made.
not. I'm
just to finish the story off.
I'm not.
You gotta give old girl her revenge, bro.
I'm not holding out hope. Nah. I don't know why I thought of this, but like with all the shit going on, not to get political, but like I'm probably gonna cut this part out, honestly. But if I find somebody who makes a hoodie that says "Make Hoodies Great Again," I'm just gonna have to kill them. They're gonna have to die.
There's a hoodie. There's people out there who make hoodies that say "Make Hoodies Great Again."
There probably is. I haven't looked it up. Let me see.
You just thought about that shit and infuriated you enough to put it on the docket.
Yeah,
on a dossier. You know, somebody actually got some shit like that. I'm just so tired of them make anything great again shit.
There's a MAGA hoodie on Walmart's website.
I mean, but Walmart put everything on their shit though. That's kind of fire.
There's a MAGA hoodie on Walmart's website. Let me see if somebody actually make hoodies great again.
I doubt it.
Let me see. I'm gonna scroll through the Google images.
I'm gonna make.
It's basically just Donald Trump hoodies. Somebody make Jujutsu great again hoodie.
I'm so tired of that shit, dog. It's just it's like when people when they started the Black Lives Matter movement and then everybody started co-opting that shit to
fucking
Dogs Lives Matter,
Blue Lives Matter. I hate Blue Lives Matter so much.
It
like
does.
y'all are so annoying.
Passion, bro.
Y'all are so annoying. Y'all just nothing original. Somebody make Philadelphia great again.
Philadelphia was never great.
I mean, it's great if you're
definitely better than Boston though.
Philadelphia is great if you are a musical theater actor.
I don't know what that reference is, but okay.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh.
Or if you want to be around other drunk Irish people, but you can't go to Ireland.
If you like jump around, Philadelphia is the place for you.
If you want to be arrested for riding a dirt bike in the middle of a paved street, Philadelphia is great.
That's just so weird. That's just so weird, bro.
Hey, I hate when football people, like football personalities, use basketball terminology. Like I was listening to one thing and the dude was talk about I think like Drew Brees.
Racist much?
No, but it's like he was like, oh yeah, dropping dimes, just dropping dimes. It's like, bro, that is not a football term.
That's a common. This is a common term for hitting niggas in the.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. I'm not gonna lie.
A dime pass is literally a good pass. That's not like a swing. A dime pass is a good pass. That's not just a basic swing pass that leads specifically to a score.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
A quarterback throwing a fucking first down is not a dime pass, my guy. Like that's
that is a dime pass.
No, it's not. You need to make up. Y'all need to make up your own terminology for throwing a first down, bro. Stop being white and roaching slang and shit. Just come up with your own term for that shit. That sounds cool. Stop roaching shit. Nobody in basketball. The only term in basketball that roaches is your quarterback. It's just like, oh, you just your quarterback, but like, he's not doing quarterback things, and it's very niche.
Yeah,
like it's like, okay, your point guard is your quarterback to the offense.
Yeah,
it's like the quarterback the most important person. He's the offense.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see roaching that. I admit that is roach.
Yeah,
but dime pass is not a good roach. This is awful. You just sounds good.
Sounds good.
It just makes you sound even whiter. It's just like, oh yeah, I like that term. I'm just going to shove it into whatever situation. About. Insert that shit.
What are they use for passes in football? Shit, I don't even know. It's a good term for good pass in football.
I don't know. I like saying marching it up the field.
But that's not the same as
especially with Tom Brady. Like Tom Brady
marching up the field could be anything.
Tom Brady last 2 minutes he marched that hole right up on you. That's what he did.
But that could be anything. That's just the whole offense as a whole, like running it and throwing it.
Not to me, that's just straight QB. Like the QB marches it on you because like the running back is like moving the chains, getting through.
No,
but
moving
like
the chains.
Well, they have carving them up. That's what I've heard a lot.
No, that's for receivers.
Nah,
yeah, that's
I've
for
heard
receivers.
that. No, they've been saying that about QBs.
That's bad. That's not right then, because that's just receivers.
They said about QBs.
When you carve up the DN is when you hit them with that quick route on them and shit. You carve that nigga up and get up the field.
Yeah.
Moving the chains.
I've heard that about the quarterbacks.
Moving the chains can be anything from receivers or running backs. Marching up the field is anything from.
I say marching up the field is quarterback.
But it has a lot to do with
it's all QB. It's like he's just like I'm making
throwing it. Yeah,
I'm just gonna throw. I'm just gonna throw it. I'm just gonna complete.
Marching up the field is throwing it, but that doesn't necessarily have to do
because it's like it's hurry up. Marching up the field is flat out hurry up offense.
Yeah,
and like you just looking bad.
You're down
like,
by a touchdown.
The defense just can't do shit.
Yeah, just marching up the field, just slowly marching up the field.
No, it's even faster. Marching it up is fast. Cause it's like if you're going slow, where you taking like 8.
Not necessarily slow, marching it up the field.
No, the slow version,
it's
like
fast.
Middle of the third quarter, isn't marching it up. That's just like that's just clock control.
Third quarter.
No,
you use marching up the
field. You marching up the field is like
2 minutes.
It's like like 2.5 minutes, but that's not slow. That's like completion.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily. It's not necessarily that has like a speed to do. It doesn't necessarily have a speed like parameter to it. It's just if you get in the ball, because if you can march it up by throwing a 50-yard pass, or you can march it up by throwing a bunch of short 10 joints. You feel me?
No, marching up is like
as long as you get marching up is not in the last marching 2 minutes,
up is like I would say marching up is like 10 joints because that's like down in bounds. Next pass, another 10, down in bounds. Next pass, another 10, down in bounds. Yeah. But it's like they can't stop it.
Yeah.
But if you throw a 50, that's just like
that's a bomb. That's what it is. A bomb. He bombed it.
Yeah, that's
a long pass. Is a bomb. He bombed that hoe.
So what's the short pass for the first down? But it's like first, second, third quarter.
First, second. I don't know.
Space City brainstorming session.
A quick pass. I cannot think of the terminology for it.
I want to say pop, but that's not right.
No. A quick pop is like in the within the 10 yards.
A pop is like a good
right up in the front. Like you pass it to your tight end right there when he come off the line.
Yeah, or that's like
pop. I popped it. He got popped to him.
What's the pass where like they just go out
route?
Where it's like like the dump off,
yeah,
but like the good version of the dump off.
Talking about like a screen pass,
not a screen.
When you throw it, you dump it off to your. Well, actually, a dump off would probably be a screen pass. When you throw it to your receiver, to your running back real quick, and he's on the out.
Yeah,
outside,
but what's that one? But not a screen, because the screen you have to block for.
Yeah,
but this is just like it's like you had a route for the middle. And all those are covered, so it's like, okay, this guy's just not
dumped it off to.
Yeah, it's like it's 2 yards, and then you just hope he could get some yards for you. Damn, I can't think of the term. I can't think of the term for it.
I think it's what it's a what cutback? No, it's a what's the shit called?
I can't remember it.
Want to phone a friend?
We'll save it for next. We'll have to think of it for next
football
week.
Terminology.
If you know what I'm talking about. Email us at spacecitybrothers@gmail.com or tweet at us at spacecitybros.
Please.
Because I can't think of it. It's not coming to me.
I can't think of the one for a good accuracy pass from a quarterback though.
I don't know. We'll have, if you have a term for that's not dropping dimes, email us at spacecitybrothers@gmail.com.
Oh, you know what it is? It's a rocket.
I feel like that's in the same range of bomb.
No, rocket. A bomb is over the top, overhead joint. You bomb that hoe to him. When you throw it over the top of his head and it's like 50 yards out and he catch that shit over his shoulder. A rocket is when you put that shit right on the money to the nigga, right? Like coming across the field, you rocket that hoe to him.
Don't they call that throwing darts? Or is throwing the darts just like
Or
the
darting.
quality of the throw?
Probably the quality of the throw.
I don't see.
I don't never heard darting or dart.
I've seen that on Twitter about Aaron Rodgers. It's like, oh man, he's just throwing darts all over the place.
Well,
Wait,
white boys in football make up shit all the time, so they just say shit. I think half the time it don't necessarily be common terminology.
I kind of understand because everybody's like Aaron Rodgers is the most talented QB. So it's just like he just most talented. I didn't say the best. I said the most talented. Correction.
I wouldn't even say he's the most talented.
Who's more talented?
Tom motherfucking Brady.
No, Tom Brady's better. He's not more talented.
He's more talented. What do you mean?
Aaron Rodgers has the thing about it, Aaron Rodgers is a bigger person and has a better arm, so he's the most talented. I mean, he has the most. He has the most
with no rings.
He has the most. He won a Super Bowl.
I don't think he won a Super Bowl.
Aaron Rodgers has won a Super Bowl. What are you talking about? The Packers won a Super Bowl. I bet on it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. They won a Super Bowl. You owe me $10.
They did win one in 2011.
Duh, that good. That was in college. I remember where I was. I didn't even watch it. I had bet money on it.
I completely forgot about that shit.
Yeah, you owe me $10 for that one.
I'm not getting you $10 for that one.
Yeah, it's like Aaron Rodgers has like the biggest arm, the big arm and shit, and could just like throw any pass, but it's like he doesn't always get it done. But Tom Brady is like, oh yeah, he gets it done all the time.
Oh yeah, he gets it done.
But Tom Brady, is not throwing it 50 yards. So Aaron Rodgers is more talented. That's just natural born talent. But Tom Brady is
I can't
smarter
even
and better.
Bang with you on that one.
But see, here's the thing: there's talent and there's skill, right? Talent is like he can run fast, he can jump high.
Yeah,
he's strong. He got the big arm. Skill is like, oh yeah, I know where this route is going. I can tell from the way this guy is behaving that they're about to do this thing.
I
know where this pass is about to go. I know these plays.
Okay, that makes
I got the best jump shot and shit. That's skill.
That makes more
That's
sense.
like the difference between LeBron and like KD, where like LeBron is more talented because he has more physical tools, but KD is more skilled because he's a better shooter. He shoots better from the field, better free throws. Yeah. As far as like jump shot and shit.
Yeah. Okay, I feel what you're saying. I feel that makes better sense. Because I was about to say, if we put Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady up against each other, I think Tom Brady would blow Aaron Rodgers out of the water. Which he's done constantly.
I mean, the team is better.
Tom Brady is a motherfucking monster, dog. Like, say what you want about that nigga.
Oh, yeah, he's great. He's absolutely great.
Like, hands down, probably the best quarterback ever.
He's the GOAT. He's definitely the GOAT quarterback.
Even in the last Super Bowl when they lost, he was still killing that shit.
He had
He had like 500 yards. Was it 400 or 500 yards? I still can't get over that shit. I know it was over
400.
How you lose and you still have more yardage than the nigga you lost against? What the fuck?
Super Bowl 52.
Just his stats alone, bro.
He had like 450 at least. What's a quick one I can go to? Let me check the stats. Yes. Tom Brady 505 yards.
Compare, what was the other quarterback? Who was
Nick Foles threw for 373 and 3 touchdowns.
How do you have the nigga who won the game has 200 yards less? So he had a whole game's worth of yards less than the nigga on the other side who lost. What, they lost by like 2 touchdowns?
It was 11 points because they were down. I think they were down 1 touchdown when they were on their way up the field, and then they got the strip sack, and then Philadelphia kicked it and put it out the way. Because I didn't watch it. Because I remember I bet on it.
I did too.
That's the one I bet on, and then at halftime the Patriots were like plus 150 to win still. So I was like, well, I'm gonna get the 150 because the Patriots gonna win, and then they didn't win.
Bro, I was so upset. I was like, fuck, bro. I ain't won nothing since I started betting. I ain't won shit since I started. Shit that I thought was a go ahead, like, oh yeah, this nigga definitely finna take this whole loss. Shit that I should have bet on. Lost. Like, I bet against France. I fucked around and betted against France in the World Cup.
Nah, I see. I didn't even touch the World Cup.
I fucked around and betted against France in the World Cup.
Upcoming.
Just because the odds was so in their favor. I was like, well, this team beat fucking Britain, so
that doesn't mean much.
Yeah. France fucked them niggas up. I said I should never bet against all them niggas. I didn't realize France had so many niggas on their team. They had like 11 niggas and like 4 white people. I was like, oh fuck, nigga. I should have bet against my one team. I should have. The ancestors was mad as fuck at me. I was like, nah, nigga, you're not gonna win this one. Sorry.
All right, what are some upcoming games you're looking forward to? Now that Spider-Man's come out, DLC, and then Red Dead has come out, and we're waiting on
the online.
The online to roll out.
Be a cowboy online.
So we're in November. Dang, this freaking pages.
I guess Kingdom Hearts 3.
Let me see.
Honestly, I'm very happy. There's no game that I really want. I might cop Anthem if I feel like it. But it just looks like
I don't know what Iron Man supposed to be.
It's like Iron Man.
Oh, that's like
Destiny.
Oh, okay. Now I remember.
Yeah. I'm not super.
I might be more receptive to that in its form versus like Division.
Yeah, I'm definitely not getting Division. If I get Division, it's gonna be.
I'm not getting Anthem. I'm not getting Anthem. I'm not gonna.
I'm debating on it. It looks dope, and fuck it. You get to be Iron Man. Fuck yeah, I'm with that shit.
I might get Hitman 2 since I didn't play the last Hitman.
I passed. Hitman 2, Hitman 1 was so like standard and like, you know how you could do whatever the fuck you wanted to on the old Hitman. This one seems a lot more restrictive. And I was like, I don't want to do that shit.
I don't know about Just Cause. I'm definitely getting Smash Bros. That's just period.
I'm not getting. I don't even buy Just Cause.
The Earth Defense Force 5 is coming out. Is this the game I think it is?
The one with the aliens?
Is this the game I think it is?
This guy over here.
Let me see. If this is the game I think it is, I'm getting it. It's just for fun. This is just for absurdity. So I'm keep this video. That's really the only
Yeah, I'm not gonna get Crackdown.
Pretty much just Smash Bros.
Crackdown 3, I don't want it.
You know what? All the stuff at E3.
That's Shinobi game for the PS4. I don't want
but Autumn's Hoes is not coming out to 2019. That's the thing.
It's only a couple of months around the corner. A month around the corner.
Yeah, but it's when it actually comes out. Like it might come out fucking second quarter. What movies are you looking forward to? I'm waiting for this damn Earth Defense Force trailer to play.
I'm still looking on video games. Hold on.
This all ain't gonna be on PC.
What?
Earth Defense Force 5?
Probably not.
Now those videos are so funny. Fucking giant aliens, giant fucking ants and shit. Just absurd weapons. The Earth Defense Force.
Let's see. No. I don't know what runner is. The YouTuber's life. Shut the fuck up.
I need the dates. I can see the dates.
I know. I want that. My Friend Pablo. That looked pretty good. That looked fun. That looked like a fun ass game.
Game release.
Wreckfest. That looked dope. Well, that comes out the 20th.
Let's see any of these games.
Darksiders 3. I might cop when it goes on sale.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
I'll get Just Cause 3, but I'll cop that shit when it's on sale.
4?
4. I'll cop that shit when it's on sale. That shit's just like an on sale game to me. I'm not finna pay full price for nothing.
I don't even want it. Unless they add like fucking co-op in it. No, I don't want it. Yeah, no, I don't care about Battlefield anymore. I don't want to play fucking World War.
I don't care about Battlefield at all. I might just play the demo, and then once I get tired of the demo, I like run through the story mode. Once I get tired of the story mode, I fucking
bring me back to modern times.
There's just Smash Bros. That's it.
Yeah, games gonna be real like going into 2019.
Everybody kind of.
Yeah, once fucking
everybody make their push in October and November.
Yeah, once Red Dead came out, that's pretty much quiet until Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out. Yeah, I don't see shit. This is going into quarter four. It's quarter four of 2018. A bunch of shit I don't care about. A bunch of games I never heard of.
Yeah, there's nothing really.
The Walking Dead.
I mean,
I'm wait to that
if
shit.
you like the fucking Persona games 3, 4, and 5.
No, I never even played them hoes.
Otherwise, it's just Smash Brothers and it's Hitman, Smash Brothers, and Just Cause and Battlefield.
Bunch of games
and then Pokemon Let's Go, Eevee and Pikachu, but I'm not playing
that. Daisy, but that's
no, I'm not playing Daisy. Fuck that.
Daisy finally came to the Xbox One.
No, it's not even. It's going to be awful.
It was bad. People said it was terrible. I'm not finna play. I'm not finna pay full price. They wanted full price for a game that came out in 2011. You out of your fucking mind. They don't even have a good player fan base. No one's making Daisy videos anymore. I remember one point Daisy was like the highest streamed game. No one gives a fuck about Daisy anymore.
It was all the armor stuff in it, but nah. All right. Well, that was a downer. What movies are coming out?
Let me see.
Fantastic.
Widows, definitely.
Yeah, I'm waiting on. Oh my gosh, I've been waiting so long for that movie to come out. I was like when they first dropped like that full trailer for that shit. It was like, God damn, this whole don't come out for another 2 months, and now we're almost there.
Bruh.
The next Fantastic Beasts coming out.
I don't want to pay for that movie.
Guy, I already have watched 9 Harry Potter universe movies. No, I'm watching that shit. Widows is coming out.
I kind of want to see Creed 2, but I don't want to pay for it.
Oh no, we gotta support our handsome brother Michael. Don't make that face. Let's see the favorite shoplifters. Astrid. Isn't that already out? If Beale Street Could Talk.
I don't know.
No, that's not out. November 30th. If Beale Street Could Talk. That's about it. Oh, never mind. Hold on. Let me see. There's another page on IMDb. That's for this month. Let's see.
Captain Marvel.
December. I haven't seen it yet. What the fuck is the Invisible? Oh, Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, Into the Spider-Verse. I want to go pay for. I'll pay to see that one.
Mortal Engines. What the fuck is this? A mysterious young woman and joins forces with Anna Fang, a dangerous outlaw with a bounty. Oh, this sounds like a western. Aquaman, if you care. Bumblebee, if you care.
Aquaman, yeah. Bumblebee, no.
Welcome to Marwin.
I've never even heard of that.
That's a movie.
Spider-Man 2.
That's a movie with Steve Carell where I think he like got attacked, so he and it messed up his memory. From the preview I saw is like it messed up his memory, so he was like using like dolls as kind of like the outlet, as like an outlet and shit, and then they do like a CGI where he like personifies the dolls to I don't know if it was actual people. Like one of them's Janelle Monáe. You have to see the trailer. I guess it's just like it messed up his. I gave him like so bad amnesia that he kind of like acts out his memories through the dolls.
Oh,
but he can't actually remember them and shit.
Oh,
I don't know. I know it's going
Indian in the cupboard type shit.
No, Indian in the cupboard was like magic. This is like
okay.
This is
just his perception of
this is like
his way to connect everything basically.
Yeah, but he can't actually remember it. But I guess from what I can tell, it's like he can't remember stuff. He can't actually remember it. But him messing with like it's like he makes like a whole like city and shit like in his yard with the dolls and shit, and like that's his memories playing out. But it's like a therapist is trying to figure out how to reach him and shit. It's basically gonna make you cry, and I'm prepared to cry for Steve Carell.
Definitely Hellboy. The remake, the reboot.
Is that 2018?
2019.
No, Negro, we in 2018.
Are they making a new Dumbo movie?
Why are you in 20? We're in 2018.
I'm just looking at movies that's coming out with 2018, 2019.
Oh, Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly are making a Sherlock Holmes movie.
I'm definitely gonna go see that hoe. That hoe gonna be funny. Both of them together again. That hoe gonna be
That's
stupid
gonna be
funny.
Just stupid. It's gonna be so stupid. So there's Widows, there's Creed 2, there's Spider-Verse, and there's Steve Carell making me cry, and there's Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. You know what's funny? John C. Reilly is like a full-on, like, classically trained theater actor.
I bet he is.
Like,
he does. He does have like some good movies where he's just playing a good.
No, he is a full-on trained actor, and then he makes Step Brothers. It's
hilarious, bro.
Just an absurd movie.
It wasn't even Step Brothers that brought him into it. First, remember, because he was in Talladega Nights.
He was actually supposed to be in a different movie. What's a Will Ferrell movie? Damn, now I can't remember it. It was like a really funny. It was like one of Will Ferrell's like big movies.
Was it Anchorman?
Just before that, yeah, he was supposed to be an Anchorman.
Okay.
And I can't remember why he didn't do it. I think he might have not just been available for that for Anchorman. And then it's like, bro, like he definitely could have been Anchorman. I don't know who you take out of Anchorman. I think he did get an Anchorman.
Take out Paul Rudd's character.
Nah. I wouldn't want to. I think Paul Rudd did really good in that though. He did really good. I couldn't say to take him out. Yeah, maybe
he made the look.
He could have replaced Paul Rudd, but I wouldn't want to.
The other guy whose name I can't think of.
The bald dude?
Yeah.
No, you gotta have him because he's a.
I think they can change.
Because he's a great dick. Like when he plays
Dick on American Dad.
When he plays an asshole or some shit.
Yeah,
he plays it great. He's hilarious at that. You can't take. He got to stay.
He's hilarious.
Wearing a fucking cowboy hat.
He's fucking hilarious.
I guess you can't
even take out Steve Carell's character.
No, you can't take out Steve Carell.
He played that character.
I guess if you had to choose one of the three, you could take out Paul Rudd. But I really love Paul Rudd in it because it's just like he's the one person who's almost innocent in it, but he's actually not. Like he can almost look innocent. It's just like, hey, I was just one of the guys. I was just trying to make sure John was
Paul Rudd's career is just being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah,
honestly, like
he was.
How do you get the role for Anchorman, a classic? Like how many classic ass films has Paul Rudd been in, dog?
Instant. But John C. Reilly was in Anchorman 2. He was in Anchorman 2, which is inferior. But Anchorman,
Anchorman 2 is way worse than
Anchorman 2 got really weird.
Towards the end, it's just like they was just like
I was like, what is going on? What else we got?
Now before we do this. Let's go over the ground rules. I really like that part.
I don't know.
I was just saying shit.
Oh, for the brawl.
Yeah. It started. That went before it started. You know what it was? It's
like no punching in the face.
Yeah. No touching of the hair.
Of the face. That's it. That's all the rules.
Let's go. Let's do this.
And Britt was just holding the grenade, just screaming. Britt killed the guy. That escalated crazy. Like Britt killed the guy. It's like, yeah. He threw a fucking trident at a guy on the horse. Like Britt, like yeah, you should lay low for a while. That movie was wild. That was a good movie.
What was the one with the Blaze of Fury?
Blaze of Glory.
Blaze of Glory. That wasn't that good.
That's a rewatchable movie.
I don't think it's a rewatchable movie.
I've seen that like 5 times. That movie is really stupid.
You would think old boy who played Napoleon Dynamite would be like way further into comedy movies, but he's not. I guess nigga says I make so much money on Napoleon Dynamite, I don't give a fuck about nothing else. Which nigga did make a lot of money off Napoleon Dynamite.
I think he just has that. I think he just has that face. He has like the Michael Cera kind of syndrome where like
But Michael Cera's been in a lot of shit too.
But see, Michael Cera's in a lot of like quirky movies. Michael Cera's not like in a $200 million movie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like Michael
Jonah fucking Hill. Jonah Hill. Who would have guessed that Jonah Hill would be where he's at today?
What was I'm trying to look up Napoleon Dynamite. Oh, Blaze of Glory. That's where I was going.
Yeah.
Jonah Hill can at least be in something where is Jonah Hill in any serious movies?
Oh, he's
like
in a bunch of serious movies.
Super drama.
Yeah.
He's in a couple, but
he's in Wolf of Wall Street.
That's not a serious movie. I don't know how you brought that up. He was great in Wolf of Wall Street. Though.
He played not Winston Churchill, but he played somebody else. I forgot his name.
I can't remember.
He's in a bunch of serious movies.
But see, Jonah Hill can do it because Jonah Hill looks like a regular guy. He could if he doesn't have the big curly fro, he could look like a regular guy.
You gotta watch the.
Who's this dude in Blaze of Glory? What's his name? Let me see. I'm looking at the cast.
I just call him Napoleon Dynamite.
John Heder.
Yeah.
But see, he just has that goofy face where you can't really see him in something serious.
I mean, you don't necessarily have to be in nothing serious, but I thought he would at least be in more comedy movies.
All right, here's what he's been in. Going backwards. When Jeff Tried to Save the World,
Never heard
Stretch
of that.
Armstrong and the Flex Fighters, The Ladybug,
Never heard of that.
Pickle and Peanut,
Never heard of that.
Swedish Dicks.
Never heard of that.
I'm trying to see the movie. He's been in TV series.
Yeah, I know he was on My
something
Name is
called
Fred.
Hedgehogs, Ghost Team, The Tiger Hunter, Billing, Christmas Eve, Wait Before Mickey, Weep Away for Now, Midway Wildlife.
Nope.
Been in TV series. Looks like he's been doing voicing. Yeah, he was in Uncle Grandpa, Big 10, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, My Dad is Scrooge. He was in Legend of Korra.
As
Whoever's Ryu in it.
Ryu.
I don't remember who's Ryu in Legend of Korra.
Ryu. Is it the big dude?
Reality, Clarence, a bunch of TV series, bunch of voice acting, A Monstrous Holiday, The Little Penguins, Pororo Racing Adventure, Pinocchio as a voice.
Oh, this nigga.
He was in a Napoleon Dynamite TV series. They made a TV series for that.
It was like lasted a couple of years. This shit was trash. Bro.
The Legend of Kung Fu Rabbit, Life Happens, Dear Grandpa TV series. I kind of remember that. Winning Wrong. See, he's been, he's just been low key. He hasn't been.
He hasn't been nothing big.
He hasn't been box office. See, yes, he just hasn't been box office. Let's see. What else I had? Halloween. So I listened to a podcast series called Halloween Unmasked that was just like going into depth into like the different stuff, like how the director grew up and what caused him to make it, his come up in like film and shit. Like he wanted the director, he wanted to make westerns. He made the original Assault on Precinct 13 western.
Oh yeah.
And so the guy is like it's like a movie. I can't remember the term, but it's like a guy who I guess produced movies, but not a producer. I guess like a movie pusher or something.
Yeah.
That dude was named Michael Myers, but he was like pushing the movies in Europe. So he got Assault on Precinct 13 popularized in Europe, and then that got him the opportunity, that got him the funding to make Halloween. And if he made Halloween, he was just gonna make money. So, but like their budget was like shoestring. It was only like $300,000. So he was doing shit like he had had bags of leaves because the movies in Illinois.
Yeah,
they made it in Los Angeles. I can't remember the neighborhood.
Really? I did not know. I did not get that shit.
So his idea was to try to film around like palm trees and shit. So he like did his best to like avoid showing palm trees. Oh, I gotta look it up now.
Why don't you just go shoot in Illinois? I guess because
it would have been more expensive.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm trying to figure. I can't remember where he said he filmed it. It's in San something. It was like, oh, that's like
San Bernardino.
I think it was. Like he filmed it in the suburbs of like Los Angeles.
Yeah, San Bernardino has a suburb, I think.
Let me see. Maybe if I look up palm trees. Nope, can't find it. But he filmed it in like the suburbs of fucking Los Angeles to make it look like
like you could have told me because the shit looked like I
it looks like
wouldn't have
Illinois.
guessed. It looked like a fucking small town.
Midwest.
You could have told me wherever it was. I would have been like, yeah.
Yeah, and then like they were filming in the summer, so they didn't have actual pumpkins. They had like ceramics and shit.
I know Jamie Lee Curtis was hot as fuck with all that the layers she was fucking wearing.
Nah. But they were out of. It's like they filmed out of season to actually have like Halloween shit.
Oh, for cheap and
so
shit.
like the leaves and shit blowing. They were like recycling them. Like they would have them shoot with like a fan to like make it look like it's windy, so the leaves are like blowing. Yeah,
up.
and then he would pick them hoes up right after
all
the
right,
take.
clean up, crew.
Like hurry up. No, you gotta rake them hoes. Like he was recycling them and shit. What else he did?
What do you do? I work on movies. Oh, what are you doing? I'm working on this movie called Halloween. Oh yeah.
What
do you do? I collect
what else
leaves.
He did? Like the long shot at the beginning.
I'm in props.
The long shot at the beginning was like a way to save money. So like when he put on the mask, that was like a cheap cut, and like the hand that grabbed the knife, that's Jamie Lee Curtis's hand. That's her hand grabbing the knife. So it looks
that
like
hand did look big as shit.
Yeah, the first time he grabbed that hoe, it looks like a person's hand. But then like when the second time he looks at his hand, it looks like a doll's hand.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, what the fuck? I said that shit. When he looks at the knife and he touches it, it's a big hand. I instantly look back. I was like, why is his hand so much smaller?
Let me see. Oh no, this is for the fucking.
That did catch my eye. That shit was weird.
Oh, this is the Wikipedia for the fucking holiday. I'm trying to find the movie Wikipedia. Oh shit, where's that hoe at? 1979, 1978.
78, yeah.
Let me see. All right, here we go. Halloween film. And basically Halloween, the movie. Let me see. Steadicam. South Pasadena, California.
South Pasadena?
Yeah, it's in Pasadena, California. Yeah, there are some scenes that actually show palm trees and shit. And,
this is supposed to be Illinois.
So the thing was that Halloween basically like invented the slasher genre, because like horror movies before were always about like monsters.
Yeah.
It was either monsters or like demons and shit. Like a lot of the films were like, oh, this person's possessed.
What about Psycho?
Or there's a cult. But see, Psycho's not a slasher. That's like, oh, that guy's psych. It's like it was like it wasn't just. It was like there's a thing you're scared of. That was the movies before it, like Dracula and werewolves and Swamp Thing.
It was never just a person.
Or if it's a person, it's like, oh, this person's part of a cult or they're possessed or some shit like that. Halloween was like, okay, there's a thing you're scared of, but his intention was that it was kind of like Michael Myers is basically like a serial killer. It's how he invented, so there's no rhyme or reason to why he's doing it. He's just doing it.
Just do that shit.
It was basically like it does like he has no connection to the people he was trying to kill. He just decided he was gonna kill them. That was his intention. So it's just like, oh, like that's why he kept emphasizing boogeyman, like the kids and shit.
Yeah.
It's just like there's no rhyme or reason. The shit's just gonna get you.
Yeah.
So he put all that thought into it. So like in the movie, it's like you're like with the girls, and it's just like, who the fuck is this doing all this shit? And then what happened is that the dude who made Friday the 13th, who started that, he was doing softcore porn. And then saw Halloween, it's like,
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, but he, instead of like really going into that, he just took the stuff he saw in Halloween and put it in his movie. So like, Halloween got like people undressing and titties and shit. He's just like, oh, there's titties in the movie, so I need to have titties. It's like people being murdered. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna turn it into gore porn. So it's like he purposely made it graphic, and then it went from Halloween to like Friday the 13th and Nightmare Before Elm Street, where it's like all about the graphic and the gore. And then like he had like consulted with like I think a Vietnam War veteran or like a dude who had been in Vietnam and was doing it was something about Vietnam about this shit, or it was at the time of Vietnam where it's like it became about like the gore. So he had like a special effects guy tried to like make sure to imitate like getting somebody's brain split open and shit.
It's perfectly and shit.
Yeah. Like one of the fucking no, I think this was like a later Halloween film choice where it's like somebody's head gets splits open, and it's like the script note was like, and their brain gets shitted out of their skull. Like that was in the script, and that stayed in all the revisions.
That sounded like a nigga who made fucking softcore porn and shit.
But
his brain.
I think that was actually in one of like the later Halloween. So then the Halloween franchise, like the dude who was backing it, demanded that they like basically
up the gore on it.
Yeah, he demanded that they make a sequel because Halloween was supposed to just be a standalone movie, and it's just like the dude just wanted to move on because he wanted to make westerns, so he was just making the film just to make it good, so he could get the money and get paid to make whatever else he wanted to make.
Yeah.
So then they like the person who put up the money for the movie, basically just handcuffed him and made him make a sequel.
How you make me make, like, well, he told him I'll give you so much money and he just couldn't turn that shit down?
No, it was like contractual or something.
But that, even if you just went in for one movie.
Bro, it's 70s contracts. Shit was just...
nigga rewrote that shit in real quick in ink.
Shit was written in toilet paper.
See, you gotta pay attention to the amendment.
What
amendment? Nigga,
it was basically like, no, you have to make me a sequel now. So then they ended up like nobody who made Halloween 2 wanted to make Halloween 2. Jamie Lee Curtis didn't, the director didn't, nobody wanted to make it.
Yeah.
So they they made it. Then it's like that slasher genre blew up because people just kept going to see them. Friday the 13th cranking out movies, Nightmare on Elm Street cranking out movies. It's a million copycats. So then the Halloween franchise now becomes the copycats of the copycats. And then Halloween just went off the rails. Like these movies are fucking like
I wouldn't even blame. Like I don't give a fuck. I would be like, I don't give a fuck about this movie no more. Dog.
The third one didn't even have Michael Myers in it. Then they tried to make it like, it's his sister.
Jamie Lee Curtis is his sister.
Was like his long lost sister. Then she came back to the franchise in the the fourth or fifth or sixth, because in like the fourth one they were like, it's her daughter now, but she died in a car accident, and so now it's like Michael Myers is not trying to kill her daughter, and then they made it. They like she came back, and then they killed her in the movie.
The daughter?
No, they killed Jamie Lee Curtis when she came back to the franchise.
Oh,
in one of the movies, and then see, I'm now I'm lost. I done made myself lost. I just listened to the shit like on Wednesday. So then the future movie was like, he has like this weird rune tattoo on his wrist, and then they made it to where instead of that, then it was like now they're trying to kill his, like they like threw out where it's like trying to kill her daughter. Then they made her sister, or they gave him a new little sister. Now he's trying to kill his little sister.
Yeah.
But then his little sister ends up becoming a murderer because she like murders somebody at the end of the movie. It has like some weird telepathic connection to him and shit. Then like they threw that out, and it made like who's his name? Rob Zombie made Halloween, but it's like he basically tried to redo the first movie, but just make it like more like perverted and shit. So like people like even more perverted. So like
which is hard because that shit was extra perverted.
Just like more titties, more degenerate actions and shit. She's like a drunkard, druggy and shit.
Yeah.
And it's absurd and grotesque and shit. And then it's like, okay, I forgot.
He's like, all right, we're gonna bring it back for this last movie, and this is gonna be it.
No, what they did is that somebody wanted. I can't remember who the name of the person, but they wanted to make it, but they weren't going to make it without the original director on it and without Jamie Lee Curtis. So if he didn't do it, they weren't going to make it. His pitch to the guy, because the guy just didn't want any more Halloween.
Like, I'm so sick of this shit.
Yeah, he just didn't want any more Halloween movies to exist. Like, he was just tired.
I don't even follow his own timeline.
Yeah, he just hated. He just disgusted with like how it ended turning out.
He just yelled, none of this shit is canon.
Yeah. So then he's like, look, the dude told him, he's like, look, either we make this movie and we make it right, or somebody else makes it.
And it's just, let's make it so we can end it so no one else can make it.
So then it's like, okay, the new movie is like 40 years later.
Yeah.
But we're going to just ignore 2 through 8.
If you didn't make it, it's gone.
Yeah, like that shit, we're just not, just don't acknowledge that bullshit anymore. Cause
none of that shit's canon.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
So then it's like, okay, now it's 40 years later. So if we're going by the original, it's Halloween and then this new one.
Okay.
Maybe Halloween too.
Maybe. Whatever your name is not attached to is officially out. Rob Zombie shit out.
Yeah, which is weird that Rob. It's like, oh yeah, he's Rob Zombie, and I'm making Halloween.
This nigga just makes fucking horror films now.
Is that what he does?
He's an artist, but he's a metal artist, but now he just makes horror films.
That's what he does. Filmmaker.
He's a filmmaker now.
Let's see. Tangent. Let's see his filmography as a director.
I know he did.
House of
Devil
1,000
Rejects.
Corpses, The Devil's Rejects, Halloween, Werewolf Women of the SS. Okay. Halloween.
What the fuck?
Halloween 2, The Haunted World of El Superbeasto, CSI Miami. That's a weird throw in there.
Hey Rob, you want to direct a CSI? Yeah, Miami.
Tom Papa live in New York City, The Lords of Salem, The Zombie Horror Picture Show, 31, 3 from Hell.
Halloween.
Safe to say I'm not a fan of Rob Zombie. Apparently,
The Devil Rejects was hands down one of the scariest films I've ever seen.
What is that about?
It's just wild shit. It's just wild shit.
See. Now that I hear of like how Rob Zombie like thinks of horror, like he's kind of in the gore porn.
Yeah.
It's
basically what it is.
Kind of side of it. It's like I just don't like him.
It's just
I
psychotic.
officially don't like him.
That's hands down
that would even
movie
scare
I've
me.
ever
That would just irritate me. I kind of like a little more grounded shit. Like The Shining creeped me the fuck out. That's Hall of Fame. Fucking, that's like the Michael Jordan. No, it's older. Let's say that's like the Kareem of horror movies. Cause it's not even like scary. Cause nothing really scary happens. But it's so unsettling, especially you have to watch it with the music like good and loud. Like it's just like, it's just like chill. It's like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is he doing? Just it's like, god damn. And then he kept like getting mad at his wife and shit over like nothing. It's like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then it's like, then she's like, what the fuck is going on? And then she like goes to where he was typing. It's just him typing all work and no play makes Jack a doughboy just over and over. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that'd be my time to leave.
No, but also, bruh, like, you brought us all the way out here for a fucking book deal, and you're not actually writing a book. Like, my nigga, like.
This nigga's having a psychotic breakdown and shit.
Like,
all the way out in the woods.
Like, bruh, she doesn't have I don't have a
a job.
Dude, I don't have a job. You're making all the money. If you don't write this fucking book,
we're done. That's it.
We're gonna live in the woods in fucking Denver. Like, bro, can you look? Put the axe down. Come in here and get your job done.
Come do what we came here to do, motherfucker.
God damn it.
Stop playing with me.
And then the part. Oh shit, I'm not gonna spoil it for you.
No, I don't.
Have you watched it yet?
I'm gonna try to watch it.
Watch it today.
I'm gonna try to
watch it today. I'm not gonna spoil it. I was about to spoil it, but yeah. Moving on. Yeah, this upset me. We're gonna slide and put. Let's keep this part brief. Let's keep this real brief.
Fuck Ted Cruz.
Beyonce, why?
Why?
Beyonce, why?
She supported Beto.
on election day. Beyonce, you could have did that you could have did that a week ago, a week before, 2 weeks before, 3 weeks before. She did it the day of. Beyonce was the nigga that doesn't ever contribute on the group project, doesn't participate in the emails, doesn't show up when they decide to meet after class, doesn't email their part until the night before, and just plagiarized it, and then she's adamant about having her name on that hoe. That's what she fucking did.
She's adamant about talking and fucking having her name front first and shit.
She didn't even show up to class on time that day for the project.
And you're talking about who's gonna be our leader? I'll be the leader.
It's like, no, why would you do that?
Finesse guy, bro. But that's all them celebrities, bro. Nobody was talking about. Very, very few celebrities were talking about. Early voting, which was like a week. No one was talking about that.
It was
shit.
Like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. No one was talking about Beto before a few months ago. I didn't even know who Beto was until I saw him on Twitter and I had to learn about this nigga.
If you're not tapped in, you would know. I'm not tapped in. I didn't know about him until I started seeing the signs and I didn't understand what that was. I thought that was like the UT fucking mascot, Beto. And then I went to that fucking Ted Cruz, Jimmy Fallon shit, and a lot of people had the shirts on were campaigning and shit. I was like, what the fuck is Beto? Like, it's like, isn't that the UT mascot? No. So I didn't even know that early on, but I wasn't even plugged into like the race. But still, bro, she had the whole month of October to do that shit.
She had a good minute. After the On the Run tour was done, you should have been like,
she could have just tweeted it. She could have just went on Instagram.
Tweet. She don't tweet. She don't do nothing on Instagram.
She could have just been like, she could have put a breadcrumb Snapchat of the hat. Sometime in October. She waits till the day of to fucking endorse them.
Like, let me endorse them.
Okay,
quick.
let me say this. Has no effect on the outcome. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying she would have changed the outcome of the election, but it's like, bro,
you would have helped. Your voice would have helped a long time.
I mean, you could if you were gonna say something, you could have said something before the day of, like, fucking noon of election day when people are at work.
At work, bro. But
like,
that's another thing I be talking about. Like,
that's so unprofessional.
Everybody was the basic population. Us, we was civilians. We was gung ho about support Beto. Let's get Ted Cruz out of office. You know what I'm saying? One less Republican. Let's turn the state.
Yeah, let's get this fucking made guy named Raphael out of office.
Let's get him out of office. We was all gung ho, and then what happens is the celebrities and shit get a hold of that shit, and then they try to co-opt that shit, even though it was Browns root niggas already focusing on that shit. So then they co-opt it and they take it to another stratosphere. Which, don't get me wrong, if you catch on to that shit,
it definitely helps spread it.
Yeah, if you catch on to that shit,
he only won by like 2% points.
Yeah.
So
I'm saying no problem.
It was razor thin, but it's like, come on, bro.
It's no problem.
But I don't have a problem. I mean, I hate the result, but it doesn't surprise me at all. Especially once you see the map. It's just, typical Texas. But it's like,
can't tell you one thing Ted Cruz has done for them.
I'm just upset that Beyonce waited until the very last.
Bro, just all them celebrities just waiting to the last. Like, I saw super heavy push. Like,
at least
that
weekend. At least it was in the weeks before. Like,
it wasn't even that weeks before.
It was weeks before.
Some of them, but the majority of them I saw was like that weekend. They was talking about, let's get out and vote.
I mean,
let's go ahead and vote.
Honestly,
people to go early vote.
Most of the stuff I was seeing was weeks before, like fucking even like LeBron and shit. Like LeBron, that was before early voting even started. Like that's the biggest basketball player on the world.
Yeah.
It's like at least that was weeks before.
It's some of them who do it.
Like the contrast between like at least in a timely fashion and then like in the middle of the fucking election day. Like come on.
That's what I'm saying. Some of them, like LeBron, he does this thing. He's been very active. He's a very political person and shit. He focuses on politics and shit. And then you have motherfuckers who just try to capitalize.
I understand. She did that shit there
on the thing. Like, and maybe her heart was in the right place, but I just think if you're gonna do that,
effort.
if you're gonna do that, you should have did that a long time ago.
That was so whack. All right, let's get ourselves off this because we're getting fired up.
We're
full of so much spice because of that shit.
It made me so mad, bro. Like all them people who supported Stacey Abrams late as fuck, nigga. Why did you wait until like the last minute to be like, go out and vote in Georgia, stay in line. Go out and vote.
Now you're all fired.
This shit made me mad, bro.
All right.
Niggas who's supposed to have our best interests in heart don't.
All right,
and they get mad when we don't support them. Fuck y'all niggas.
All right, let's try to keep.
But I love you, Beyonce. Even though you kind of fucked it, you dropped the ball on that one heavily.
You dropped that hell hard. You dropped that hell like a medicine ball at 24. Sometimes I call doctor's offices, and I'm always like thrown off when their options don't start with 1. Cause I'm always waiting for.
So annoying.
I'm always waiting for either the prompt where it's like, if you're calling from a doctor's office or hospital, press this. It's like, that's what I press so I could get to somebody. Or it's like, to speak to someone, just press 0. But sometimes it's like 8 or something. But sometimes, like, I called one office and that whole started with 7. I was like, what the fuck? It's like the very first option is like start with 7.
To talk to a representative, press 7. What the fuck?
It's like if this is an emergency, press 7. It's like what? I'm ready to press 2.
Oh shit! You wait for that? Hablo español numero 1.
There's not that many offices that I call that do that. I think it's usually the only ones that do that are like the ones in Texas. But most of the time, I'm calling like the East Coast. So it's I end up calling the East Coast a lot. It's always funny because when I call the East Coast or like Tennessee or some shit, somebody with a really like heavy country accent is like, "Hi, how you doing?"
Oh, I love a good deep. Ooh, I love a good deep Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee accent. Oh man,
it's funny because I was at work the other day and for whatever reason I thought of the Stone Cold theme song. And so I played that hoe and I was just like so excited for no reason. So like I got up to go on break and I was like doing the Stone Cold walk and shit like a moron.
Talking extra country and shit.
Just sitting there just grinning like an idiot at the Stone Cold theme song. I did have the idea of like, what if Stone Cold's theme song was like a slasher thing? Where like they were here. They're here. It's like, oh, I'm so scared, and all of a sudden, before someone gets stabbed.
Bro, it's not even a slasher flick. It's just a nigga chasing you down. Like, not even like he's walking very. This nigga just fucking 4.0 in it at you and shit.
Look with a leather vest and jean shorts and 2 leg braces on.
He's not no dives. He's gonna kill you with his bare hands when he catches you and shit.
Dude wearing
like, oh shit, it's Stone Cold.
Wearing jean shorts and boots and like 2 big ass leg braces.
It's just shit. Running after you. Like when you come down the aisle, this nigga just floofing it after you. And
I might do I might do a compilation of that shit. Just chop up a bunch of like slasher scenes with Stone Cold, just a glass break.
Jason walking in Manhattan extra fast and shit.
No, I'm not doing Jason Manhattan. From what I've seen, that movie is really bad. The movie just
man, he broke the dude's stereo or some shit. It was a white boy. Hey man, why do they always put white people in movies where black people are obviously supposed to be?
Because they don't want to hire black people. I saw
listen to fucking Run DMC. Hey man, what are you doing, bro?
I saw have you ever been in a situation where like an old dude is being perverted, but you didn't either you didn't address it or you couldn't escape it?
Bro, every interaction with old niggas ever.
This is what happened to me when I was on a rotation. So I was doing a hospital rotation, and the floor we're on, where the elevator's at, it's like a T intersection. Except there's like a extra. It's not like a square. It's not like the corners are in right angles. It's kind of like cut in. So like the door for the pharmacy and the elevators are kind of on a slant wall instead of it being like a straight 90-degree. So it's like hallway. It slants to an opening and then the perpendicular one. So you could see down the hallway if you're in the elevator, right? And then like the window for the pharmacy is on that hallway. And that's usually just like if a nurse is trying to like get something from the pharmacy, they'll just, if they want to right there, especially if they're on the same floor. So at one point, what we were doing, we would like go see all the geriatric patients that are that come into the hospital, just talk to them, make sure they know about, like, you know, they can ask about their medicine and stuff. So I was going to talk to one, and another guy was on the elevator, and then there was a nurse standing at the window, and this dude was like, damn, she got that junk in the trunk. And I was just like, like,
either you acknowledge it and you both have.
No, I didn't want to, because I was like,
bro, there's your two options. You acknowledge it, y'all both have a terrible laugh, and you feel shitty about yourself, or you don't acknowledge it, and the nigga says some awful shit about you.
Bro, I was like, why did he feel the necessary to, like, why did he think I was just gonna co-opt him saying that shit? Like, I was just like,
bro, that's what them niggas used to do.
Bro, I was like, why the fuck? I was like, what the fuck?
It's the catcall culture, bro. Them niggas used to do that
bro,
shit.
I was just awkward, like, what the fuck? I wasn't even paying attention to who was, like, I saw that she was there, but I wasn't just like, I'm on the way to do something. I'm on the way to talk to like 8 people. So I'm just like, I'm just waiting on the elevator. Oh, there's a person over there. I wonder what they're getting. It's like, okay, let me look at my notes on the way up. And it's just like, what the fuck? So I go do the thing. This is the fucked up part. When I came back, she was still there. I was like, yeah, she do got she did have a fat ass, but it's like, I wasn't finna
I'm not gonna say that shit.
I wasn't finna just be like,
let me look at her ass.
Celebrate that shit with somebody else.
All niggas do is just stare at ass and titties all day, bro. And then they see another man, they be like, bro, look at that one over there.
Like, dude,
if it's an old nigga, he gonna go, oh man, if I was 10 years younger, I would have took her around a good jolly time.
I was like, what the hell?
They be like, they see a young nigga, be like, young nigga, what you know about that over there? You be like, bro, come on.
This is a disclaimer. If you're over 30 and you're around me and you see a girl you see a lady or a woman with a big butt, just don't acknowledge.
Be discreet, nigga. Make a face.
No. Just don't acknowledge. Just don't bring me into you.
Yeah, don't bring me into your shit.
I do not want to participate.
Do what regular young niggas do. They just make faces and go, and they go about their business. That's it.
If I see a big butt, it's just I just see it. It's just I see it like I see that my dress is black or there's a rug on the floor. It's just it's just information. You don't have to just react to shit. And also, don't involve me in your unnecessary reaction.
I'm not gonna be over the top and be like, damn, she got some
objectification and shit. It's
like big old boobs.
It's like, we're in a hospital on the Southwest. Of course, a bunch of the staff is gonna be black, and more likely than not, somebody's gonna have a big butt. That's just gonna happen.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, she got junk in the
Don't be fucking elbowing me in the fucking elevator to celebrate a guy.
Young man, sir, can you please stop? Can you please stop?
This shit made me.
Sir,
she was so weird.
they don't want to stop until you acknowledge it. You laugh with them. I be at the store all the time. You know, beautiful women come in there all the time, and you know some of them is thick and niggas. I'll be serving the old man, and be like, yeah, man, you know, you have a good day. One of them will walk by. He'll stop. Look, this is what he do. He'll stop. I'm looking directly at this man. Stop. Look.
And turn his whole torso and shit.
And just stay. He'll follow the fuck out of them with his eyes, bro. Just be like looking, just staring as they go. Nigga, go all the way around the corner. Lady just doing her own, mind her own business. This old man's just stuck looking at her and shit. And after a good 5 minutes, once she finally leaves, he'll turn back at me. Did you see that? I'm talking about, man. You
gotta start stonewalling. Like, no.
Nah, dog. Don't you got a wife?
You just got call your wife. Like, sir, that was highly inappropriate, and I would like for you to never do that again in the store.
It's 2018, bro. Stop doing that shit.
You need to stop. That's not cool.
Yeah, that's not right.
Oh, also, did you ever watch HBO's Cat House?
I'm 28 years old. Of course I watched HBO's Cat House.
I can't assume everybody watched it. You might have been a Showtime. You might have been a Showtime person.
If you watch Showtime porn, you are a terrible person.
No.
Yes.
No, because HBO didn't always have the porn. Like, Showtime was nightly. That shit you could count on. By 10:15, that shit was on.
Showtime was terrible.
No, was that Stars?
No, Showtime.
Which
Showtime?
I don't remember. It was whichever was right after the HEB channels. Their shit was nightly. HBO was like, you had to catch it.
Yeah, but I always knew when the shit came on. Cat House and then Real Sex. That was my my go-to before I had a laptop.
I ain't gonna lie. Real sex was kind of whack though.
It depends on what segment you caught.
You had to
catch a good segment.
It's like 6 total episodes that were worth watching. The rest of the shit is like, we're going to teach people how to do cunnilingus on fruit. These are people who like to erotically dress as horses.
My favorite one was the one with the Miss Black Beauty, the Black Beauty pageant.
Yeah,
but it was ran by white people, I think.
I think it was a white couple.
Yeah, it was a white couple who was running it, but it was all black women.
But you didn't.
That's not some slave shit.
But you didn't actually see anything, though. That's the thing. You didn't see anything.
That was fine.
Yeah, but you didn't actually see any bare breasts.
Yeah, you did.
No.
I remember seeing
not on that segment. It was just like they were all wearing swimsuits and shit.
No,
you couldn't see.
I remember a couple of them was naked.
No, you couldn't see anything. And then they had like that whole big thing where they would talk about what does punani mean, and then they had the fucking dude say, "Where I'm from, punani means stanky pussy." It's like, shut up, nigga. Shut the hell up, stupid ass. Just in there he just did that to get attention because the camera was there.
Of course, old niggas love doing that shit.
God damn it.
Well,
the goddamn,
I saw that shit.
The goddamn pimp from Cat House, he died 2 weeks before the election,
and they still elected.
They elected him. What did he run? Did he run for?
Was a state representative, I think.
Pimp. I'm just gonna type in pimp from Cat.
I don't think he was a pimp.
His name was Dennis something. No, he was the pimp. Dennis Hoff.
Yeah, Dennis Hoff. I know it was Hoff or Hoff.
He was the pimp because he was the only dude there.
He was the one who owned that hoe.
Yeah, so he was the pimp.
Cat House was a good show. Cat House was good.
That show was entertaining.
That was a good for a nut.
Yep. Even though they'd only have one and a half black people at a time.
Even they was both pretty cute though too.
Yeah.
The rest of the girls look kind of dirty. I'm not gonna lie. Except for the one Asian girl.
He had the one chick who was like actually his wife for like 6 years, and then like they just divorced, and then he was just like, I'm just gonna have like he had her and the other girls, and then she was like, what, I don't want to live like this anymore. He's like, all right, you can go. I'm just gonna keep dating girls in the Cat House, and I'm
pretty sure a lot of them will come by and want to be with me.
Yeah, they did. He was like, I'm just gonna have sex with each and every one of them as they come in.
Yeah.
And let me see. The Dennis Hoff died. Matter of fact, he was found dead. Died quietly in his sleep, and that his body was discovered this morning by a porn star. He was found by Ron Jeremy.
Really?
That's what it says.
Wow.
There's no indication of foul play. Dennis died quietly in his street. Ron Jeremy found him this morning when he went to wake him to do a meeting at a meeting in Pahrump. Damn, that's tough. That ruined Ron Jeremy's day.
Oh yeah, definitely. These niggas probably trying to set up a deal or some shit, and the nigga who you got to talk. I guess the company goes to that lady now. Then the lady does she still work there? I wonder. The secretary. She used to handle all the money.
I guess it would be whoever he put in his. I would assume it is her.
Yeah. She don't get rid of all the women and hire a bunch of dudes.
Why? Apparently, that was just he making bank to do whatever he want. But he was from what I remain on already print. So this is not after the election. Let me see. Pimp from Cat. I'm trying to see.
You call this nigga a pimp?
He was a pimp.
Oh my god.
Oh, here we go. Dead pro-Trump pimp still manages to win.
He was pro-Trump?
Because he was, from the thing I had read before, that he was basically running like in Trump style and shit.
Just being extra racist and shit.
Yeah, being like, oh, I'm gonna tell it like it is. Pro-Trump loving brothel owner.
You can't tell me shit. You on a brothel, my nigga.
Despite the fact that he's been dead for 3 weeks. Opened up a big lead against his Democratic opponent, Lesia Romanoff, and was ultimately declared the winner. Yeah, I'm definitely never going to Vegas.
Oh yeah, Vegas is terrible.
I'm never going to Nevada.
Vegas is terrible.
These stupid ass niggas voted a dead person there. I'm definitely never going to.
Niggas been dead for what? They said 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
And they knew he was dead for 3 weeks. And instead of just taking his name off the ballot, still voted for that nigga and he won.
died in mid-October after several days of reported partying and celebrating his 72nd birthday.
So he definitely died with coke in his system.
Yeah, Nevada, you are a garbage state. Y'all niggas is garbage.
Nevada, completely garbage.
It was too late to remove it from ballot, and state law dictates that the victorious dead candidate be replaced by someone selected by the winning party, meaning voters would essentially be choosing between Romanoff and a Republican to be named later. His victory wasn't a total surprise, as the district has been reliably conservative for many cycles, meaning just about any Republican, and even a dead one, was going to. So what position was he running for?
I'm pretty sure it was...
Was it a... I guess it was a House rep.
District?
Maybe it was a House rep. One is race for a Nevada state legislature. Legislator.
So basically, the nigga who makes the laws. Part of the people who make laws for Nevada.
So I don't know if he was running for a Nevada House seat or I guess it was a Nevada House seat. Heavy on gun rights and lower taxes, it sought to ban sanctuary cities. Yeah, he was. This nigga make Nevada again. What a dick. Well, do you have a brighter note to end this episode on? Oh yeah, okay. Sports teams. We're gonna just push this out. What are all our sports teams? I need to know.
The Golden Knights.
The Rockets. Of course. The Astros, of course.
Are we doing soccer?
I'm Manchester City, and we won the Manchester Derby today, so we beat Manchester United. Suck my dick. Suck my dick, man.
Okay, so Manchester United.
No.
Oh, what's yours?
Manchester City.
Excuse
we whooped Manchester United 3-1 today in the Manchester Derby. I'm not calling it the Manchester Derby. That sounds dumb. I'm gonna call it the Manchester Civil War. Makes it sound cool.
That does sound better.
We won the Manchester Civil War. Suck my dick.
So Manchester City. We need to pick a WNBA team.
I'm going to say the Seattle Storm because Seattle no longer has an NBA team, and I really like Sue Bird.
Seattle Storm. We need.
Oh yeah, also the Anaheim Ducks. Even though they probably still suck.
What else? Are we gonna pick a race car driver? Or we have
we'd have to do more research.
Serena.
Well, that's not a team. It's just
person. Are we gonna do for sports or just people or teams?
It's teams.
Just teams. Oh, okay. What other sports is it?
We support Serena.
I think that's it.
Do the Dynamo still exist?
Yeah.
I guess the Dynamo. They wear too much orange. I don't like orange.
I don't like orange either.
We're gonna be Dynamo neutral.
Like. If they lose, it's no biggie. If they win,
lose, it's like, oh man, hopefully, they improve. If they win, it's like, I'm happy for you guys.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah.
All right, so we're Dynamo neutral.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's about the sports that matter.
Yeah.
Unless we find like a fucking.
Are we Skeeters fans?
Sugarland Skeeters.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't care.
Yeah. I drove by there. I was going to the movies with my girl. And I drove by the
It looks
stadium.
nice.
Yeah, and they had like this. They just had fireworks going off for no reason. I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Maybe they had an event or something, or somebody pitched a no hitter.
I couldn't tell you. I don't pay attention to that shit at all.
My job had given us like free admission to one of the games.
Trying to give them stickers away. Like
I wasn't. At no point was I going to that.
You going to the Skeeters game?
No, that is the exact opposite direction of my house.
I'm not finna go to no team called the Skeeters.
I'm not going to a baseball game. That's not the Stros.
Oh man.
All right. Well, that's about all I had for today. We turned it around. We almost went out bad, and we turned it around. We're going to celebrate Manchester City.
We're going to celebrate. Oh, if you like what you hear, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're available on Google Play, iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, and now YouTube.
And PlayerFM.
And Anchor Radio. If you want to reach us, hit us up on Twitter at Space City Bros, and Instagram at Space City Brothers. Like us on Facebook at Space City Bros Podcast, or you can email us at spacecitybros@gmail.com. If you want to support us more, think about donating to our Patreon at Space City Bros, Patreon, or Space City Brothers Podcast, whatever the fuck it is. It's Space City Brothers. You know what it is. Anything else?
Rockets Info.
Peace.
Nigga, all facts. Look how I run it up. Look how I run it up. Look how I'm coming up. I wish you was one of us. See how that money come? Paper cut fingers from counting that money up. Praying emojis. The blessings keep coming. I know I can't have enough. Never on E. Took off on haters. There's no need to gas me up. I'm patting my lead. I'm too far ahead and there's no way you catching up.